Hey guys, it's Jamie. So, I'm back. I know that some of you guys have probably been wondering why the heck I have not posted a video in over 3 weeks. So, I'm gonna tell you. So, on July 29th, I was starting my new job and I was headed to work. It was about 8:30 in the morning, and I got into a automobile accident. Yeah. So I was headed north. Like, obviously you guys aren't gonna know where I was, so I'm not even gonna say it, but I was headed north. A tractor trailer was heading south, and I saw him coming down, and he was doing kind of one of these things, and I thought, oh God, he's gonna jackknife. So I'd moved to the right, started honking my horn. Like, I have no idea why I was honking my horn, because I mean, I don't know if like people can really hear me, or like what was my horn gonna do. But anyway, that's what I was doing. So anyway, so I thought that he was gonna miss me, and he didn't. He hit me head on, and I will show the pictures of my car down below. But yeah, he hit me head on, and I have no clue how I made it out of this accident alive. In all truth, like, once you see my car, you will completely understand. But yeah, he took out my whole front of my car. I went unconscious. When I woke up, there was this guy, like, this older gentleman who was in one of the cars behind the accident, who seen the accident. He had gotten out. He was talking to me. He was like, stay with me. Like, when I, like, came through, literally the whole, like, dash of the car was sitting in my lap. I'm not even kidding. My foot was, like, my left foot was jammed under there. I couldn't get it out. I couldn't even move it. The right leg I could move. And I felt like I was drowning. Like, I kept asking the guy, I'm like, am I dead? Like, I feel like I'm drowning. And he's like, no, you're not dead. Like, I'm talking to you, keep talking or whatever. I'm like, no, I must be dead because, I'm in all this pain. I can't breathe. And he's like, well, honey, you're breathing, you're talking. Like, he's like, I know you're not dead because I'm not dead. So I don't think you're dead because you're talking to me. And so anyway, so he said to me, like, can I call anybody for you? And I mean, I'm just vaguely remember, like, pieces of the accident, like, now, like, everything happened so fast, and, like, for the first 3 days, everything was kind of like a blur. But he was like, can I call anybody for you? And, like, my phone kept going off. It was actually in my purse, which is really weird because normally I have my phone, like, not on it, but, like, near me. And because I can, like, talk through my car. Like, if it rings, it'll, like, program through my car. So normally I have it. And that morning, like, it was the weirdest thing. Like, I woke up, I was in a super good mood. Like, I had my makeup on, I had, my new scrubs. I was looking good, let me tell you. And I was just in a really, really good mood. And I adjusted, like, threw everything in my purse and, like, went out the door. Never really thought twice about it. So he had to climb through the opposite side of the passenger, like, where the slider is. And he got into the van and he dug through my purse, got my phone out, called my mom. I don't really remember what really happened so much after that. They ended up coming. They were cutting me out of the car. They had to cut me out. I swear, I know that it didn't take this long, but to me, it seemed like it took, like, 2 hours to get me out of that car. I felt like it. And, like, there was, like, fluid, like, dripping down. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this car is going to explode. That's all I could think about. I'm like, oh my God, this car is going to explode. And I kept thinking, because my dad, like, fixes my cars, like, my dad and my brother. And I kept thinking, what is my dad going to say about this? What is my dad going to say? And I know that's, like, the stupidest thing, but that's, like, truly what I kept thinking. I'm like, what's my dad going to say? And so, he so they cut me out of the car and they put me on the stretcher and they were like, we're gonna airlift you to the trauma center. And now I'm thinking, oh my God, something seriously has got to be wrong with me. And I'm like checking my body and I'm like, I'm not bleeding. Like I had, and I'll put this in the picture too, like I had like all the skin taken off my chin from, I'm assuming the airbag, because when the airbag like hit me, like you could see in the pictures, like all of my skin was off my chin. But I knew my foot was messed up. I knew that instantly. And so I'm like, where's my shoes? Like, where is all my stuff? Like, I don't even know what I was thinking, right? And so, you know, the guy like calls my mom or whatever. And so my mom and everybody gets there, okay? So they put me on the stretcher. Sorry, I just like completely lost the shit. So they put me on the stretcher. As I'm like going down the stretcher, the guy's like, we have to cut your clothes off. I'm like, no, we're not cutting my clothes off. First they wanted to put me on the backboard. I was like, hell no. No. When my mom rolled her van with me and my son in it, like many, many moons ago, they put me on one of the backboards. No. I was not doing that again. I'm like, no, I can move my head. Like I know I feel like I'm drowning, but you know what? You're not putting me on that backboard. So they didn't put me on the backboard because I had a complete fit. Then the guy's like, we're going to cut off your clothes. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not cutting off my clothes. Like, what are you talking about, dude? And I had this shirt on that Cassidy, I had my brand new scrubs on. And then I had, for like my overshirt, I had the shirt that Cassidy got me for Mother's Day. And so I'm like, no, we're not cutting my clothes off, girl. No. They did anyway. So they cut my freaking clothes off me. Like, I'm literally on the stretcher, bare ass naked. I'm like, do I get a sheet at least? So then they're like, we're gonna put you in the ambulance and then we're gonna take you down to the little park that was like near the accident scene. We're gonna take you to the park and that's where the helicopter is waiting for us. And so I'm like, oh my God, something has got to be wrong. You don't just go in the helicopter. They don't just call in the helicopters if nothing's wrong, you know? So I didn't know what was going on. And they put me in the helicopter, and when you go into the helicopter, those helicopters, I don't know if, like, I'm sure some of you guys have been in them, some of you haven't, whatever, but you literally, it's so small in there, so you're laying flat on your back and you have to go in, and the equipment is literally like right here at your face, so you have to go underneath the equipment as they're pushing you in. And so we started going up in the air, and I was like, I'm gonna be sick, and the guy's like, no, it's probably just from the motion. I'm like, no, I'm seriously gonna be sick. And I got sick. I feel bad now. And it took us less than 12 minutes to get to the hospital. So we got to the hospital, you know, they get me in a room, whatever. And my grandma was the first one on the scene. I'm not really sure how she got there so quick. She must have really been going pretty fast. But anyway, she was the first one there, and a bunch of my family members, started coming or whatever, and I had glass everywhere. I had glass in my mouth, I had glass all over my head, I had a big piece of glass on my foot, like, my one foot you can even see, like, see where that glass was. So yeah, there was like, glass in my foot, in my mouth, like I said, that was everywhere. I kept asking the nurse if she could help me, like, get the glass out of my mouth. She wouldn't do it. They basically didn't really touch me. I understand, like, they didn't know if I was bleeding internally, what was going on. I understand that, but, like, are you really gonna leave glass in somebody? Like, so anyway, like, my family got there, they were picking the glass out of me, and they did a full body CAT scan, and they said, well, yeah, you have to go to surgery. Okay, so this is my injuries. So I have my left foot, which is the one that was jammed, and I remember I couldn't move. So my left foot, I broke every single bone in my left foot, and I had to have surgery on that night. And they had, basically what they did, because the swelling was so bad, they couldn't really operate on it. So they went in, they pushed the bones aside and lined them up the best they could, put some pins in there, because what happened is the main vein in there, the one that runs like from your big toe all the way up, that was being like pushed and like the bones were like sitting on it, so there was no circulation getting, no blood flow, no circulation getting to my foot. So if they didn't go in and correct it right then and there, I would have lost my foot. I had I fractured in about every rib except for one has a break or a fracture in it. My sternum is broken in two. That is like the most painful thing of this whole accident, is my sternum. My liver is torn, and I was bleeding internally and had a small hematoma. So they did surgery. I was in the hospital for a week, and then from the hospital I went to Heather's house, and I've been there. I came home, not last night, but the night before. So, yeah. Tomorrow I go in for more surgery on my foot, and I'm going to be in the hospital for another week. And then they would like me to go to a rehab center, but I'm not going to. I'm going to either I'm going to come home probably, and be with my kids. My kids have been at their dad's house. I really haven't got to see them, and they all came out sick. So that is why I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't been able to post videos. I'm going to try to vlog while I'm in the hospital this time, but you know, it's hard when you're on, you know, you have to have pain medication and stuff like that. So obviously they're going to be cutting my foot open. I mean, obviously I'm going to be on pain medication, so I'm probably going to be pretty loopy. I was pretty loopy the first time. So, but yeah, I have this really nice little cast on my foot. Yeah. They had to do 2 nerve blocks. Because the day after, on a Saturday night, I made them come in and they did a nerve block, because, girl, the pain was so bad in my foot. I'm like, how can I not be dying? How can someone experience this much pain and not really be dying? Like, I just don't get it. But, so yeah. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on that. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'll post the pictures in the description below. But that's what happened, guys. Got hit by an 18-wheeler. Didn't feel too good. My car is a complete total loss. We are going after his insurance. He did not show up at court. It's not been a very interesting time. But yeah, so that's that, guys. But I will keep you guys posted on what's happening. But I'm going to put my foot up because it's really hurting right now. And so, yeah, I went to try to venture out to Walmart today to get my nails done. At least they look okay. But, yeah, that's it, guys. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. And I will talk to you guys all for my next video. Bye.